Welcome to another monthly portfolio update. If you are stopping by for the first time, please subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. In this video, I will share with you how much I invested in my taxable account in September, how many shares I bought, and the value of my portfolio at the end of September. But as always, before I continue, a quick disclaimer. The information that I'm sharing is not financial advice. Before you invest in anything, please do your own research and make sure that you only invest in things that you understand. With that being said, I will dive right into my portfolio update. I will start with a quick recap of my August portfolio to show you the value of the portfolio and how many shares I had before the beginning of September. The total value of my portfolio at the end of August was $72,023.55. $71,749.44 was the market value of my investments, and $274.11 was a cash amount. At the end of August, my portfolio was up $17,512.64. This was a plus of 32.29%. These are my holdings: 2 Vanguard ETFs and the 2 BlackRock ETFs. VCN is a Vanguard ETF that tracks the Canadian market, and I had 102 shares of VCN at the end of August. VFV is a Vanguard ETF that tracks the S&P 500. This is the Canadian version of VOO. I had 276 shares of VFV at the end of August. XEQT is a BlackRock ETF. This is an all-in-one equity ETF which holds Canadian equities, US equities, developed market equities outside of North America, and emerging market equities. If you want to hold a single equity ETF which is globally diversified, you might consider looking into XEQT. I had 470 shares of XEQT at the end of August. XOU is a BlackRock ETF that tracks the US dollar stock market, and I had 260 shares of XOU at the end of August. I will now show you how much I invested in September and how many shares I bought. I bought 4 shares of VFV. The cost per share was $135.31. The total cost, $541.23. This is 69% of the amount that I invested in September. I bought 4 shares of XEQT. The cost per share was $32.54. The total cost, $130.14. This is 17% of the amount that I invested in September. I bought 2 shares of XOU. The cost per share was $56.81. The total cost, $113.61. And this is 14% of the amount that I invested in September. In total, I bought 10 shares, all the ETFs combined. And the amount that I invested in September was $784.98. This is $57.65 more than the amount that I invested in August. As you can see, in August, I invested $727.33. And in September, $784.98. The difference is plus $57.65. The total equity of my portfolio at the end of September was $74,225.71. $74,069.44 was the market value of my investments, and $156.27 was a cash amount. At the end of September, my portfolio was up $19,047.66. This was plus 34.62%. As of September 30th, I had 102 shares of VCN, 280 shares of VFV, 474 shares of XEQT, and 262 shares of XOU. All right, let's now take a look at some quick details about each of the positions. I will start with VCN. The closing market price on September 30th was $48.87. The quantity of shares that I had, 102. The average price, $40.97. The book value, which is how much I have invested in VCN, was $4,179.17. The market value was $4,984.74. This was 6.72% of my portfolio. VCN was up $805.57, or 19.28%. Next, we have VFV. The closing market price on September 30th was $138.05. The quantity of shares that I had, 280. The average price, $98.86. The book value was $27,681.98. The market value was $38,654. This was 52.08% of my portfolio. VFV was up $10,972.02, or 39.64%. Then we have XEQT. The closing market price on September 30th was $32.50. The quantity of shares that I had, 474. The average price, $25.62. The book value was $12,144.63. The market value was $15,405. This was 20.75% of my portfolio. Equity was up $3,260.37, or 26.85%. Finally, we have XUU. The closing market price on September the 30th was $57.35. The quantity of shares that I had, 262. The average price, $42.04. The book value was $11,016. The market value was $15,025.70. This was 20.24% of my portfolio. XOU was up $4,009.70, or 36.40%. September was a little bit similar to August. Stocks fell early in the month before recovering later on and finishing the month in the green. My portfolio went from 32.29% at the beginning of September to 34.62% at the end of September. This is an increase of 2.33%. And the amount that I invested in September was $784.98. As for the S&P 500 index, it rose 2% in September, a month when the stock market tends to underperform. The average return of the S&P 500 index in September over the past decade is a negative 2.3%. If you go back to 1928, the S&P 500 has declined an average 1.2% in September, which is the weakest month of the year for stocks. This phenomena is known as the September effect, and the economists and financial analysts attribute it to a bunch of theories, such as portfolio rebalancing and tax loss selling, behavioral biases and investor psychology, economic factors and business cycles. You have even a back-to-school effect theory and a self-fulfilling prophecy theory. Obviously, not every September is a bad month for stocks. As we just witnessed, stocks finished September 2024 with monthly gains. As a long-term investor, you don't even need to pay attention to any of the theories. All you need to do is to keep investing every month consistently, whether the market is up or down, and stay the course. All right, feel free to leave a comment below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time with another update. Peace out.